Septien will be kicking off. Cowboys have lost Pat Donovan, their offensive tackle, for the day because of a groin injury, and Andy Hawkins, the Buck linebacker, will be out for the rest of the afternoon because of a knee problem. Owens at the 5, 15, 20. And Deck to the 23. So the Buccaneers will put it in play. 1st and 10 from that point. Thompson 7 out of 12 in the first half for a total of 109 yards. 1 interception. Coming up this weekend, preceded, of course, by the NCAA Today next Saturday. These will be the featured games on CBS schedule, Texas and Arkansas. And the Longhorns looking really strong, beating Oklahoma yesterday. Virginia Tech at West Virginia, and on the West Coast, Oregon State and California. Plus other regional action. 12 noon Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. 1st and 10. Bucs ball at their 22. They trail it 14-10, but they certainly win in this one. Thompson under pressure, unloads over the middle, incomplete, intended for Giles. Mike Hagman was back there defending, along with Bob Brunig. Number 53 is Ed Jones, put on a pretty good rush. For some reason, I'm breathing a little heavy, Mr. Vermeil. I just can't do those stairs like I used to.
That was quite a walk coming back up here to get here in time. I thought you were going to make it and you were going to turn it over to me, and then the fans would have really been in trouble.
They'd have really had a thrill. Jimmy Giles couldn't hang on to the pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bucs at their 23-yard line. Owens, the leading receiver for Tampa Bay in the first half. He caught 3. Giles, of course, got the big one, the 80-yarder. Owens running hard across the 25 out to the 27.
Jim is a slashing type runner. He doesn't make many people miss, but if there's a crack and he hits that crack running with that speed, he can go to the end zone.
John Dutton, number 78, on the stop. Of course, you had to be happy when you recruited him for UCLA to get a guy who can move that fast.
Well, the track coach was every bit as happy, but you know, his best sport in high school was basketball.
Just a great all-around athlete. He comes out of the ball game now in this passing situation. 3rd and 5 for the Buccaneers at their 28-yard line. Jack Thompson under pressure. Drills it over the middle. Unable to hang on to the football is Theo Bell, number 83. He was harassed by Everson Walls, number 24.
That's what gets you beat when you're receiver. That's all he's getting paid to do. Can't come up with that catch. Randy White, coming at the right side of your screen, number 54, puts pressure on him. You can see that coming around there. He slides up inside, goes ahead and gets the ball off. He's got to make that catch. He has to make that catch.
Garcia in to do the punting. Kicked 3 times in the first half for a 49-yard average. Rod Hill is deep for the Cowboys, the number 3 punt returner in the NFC. Great hang time on this one. Hill waiting at the 25. Retreats to the 20. Looking for some room, and is finally knocked out of bounds at the 22. Good coverage.
Great punt, too. Great punt. They hung it up in there. The coverage came down there real good. That Hill has really improved his punt return ability.
46 on the punt, and Hill had a -4 on the return. We've got a timeout. Cowboys will take over offensively, and we come back for the first time in the second half.
In the search for higher technology, the driver is finally being rewarded. Cougar XR7 Turbo. Electronically fuel-injected and turbocharged to boost its 4-cylinder engine into the realm of 8-cylinder power. And 6 shock absorbers reward you with exceptional stability. We've assumed you want more than good looks. Mercury Cougar XR7 Turbo. A more enlightened approach.
The Rockies, the fresh of the Rockies. Smooth the Coors way, natural and pure.
Coors to you, the clean of it, all night through, the fresh of it. Rocky Mountain Gold, you got it. The best of the Rockies is yours.
Sundays with Brent Musburger and company on the NFL Today. They'll keep you up to date throughout the day in the National Football League. Sundays on CBS Sports.
Pretty good numbers for Danny White. Pretty Very good numbers for Danny White in the first half of play. 12 out of 16, 165, 1 touchdown, but the interceptions continue to plague him. He has now thrown 7 interceptions in his last 3 games. Actually, 2.5 games. First and 10, Dallas ball at the 22-yard line. Ron springs out across the 25 near the 30-yard line. A couple of yards short of the first down. Cowboys' best start ever was 8-0. They were 8-0 back in 1977, year they went to the Super Bowl. Right now, of course, they're 5-0 and working on number 6.
It's a long ways, but over. This number 6 could end up being a pain in the neck here.
Remember, 1979, Buccaneers were 5-0. Went to New York, got beat by the Giants, whose quarterback, as I recall, was Jerry Goldstein.
I remember that.
Who is now the backup to Jack Thompson. 2nd and 2. Dorsett trying to pick up the first at the 33-yard line. And will be close.
Looks like they made it, Frank.
You know, we mentioned that these clubs have played 5 times. Each time it's been here, the way the schedule has worked out. The Cowboys have never, ever played in Tampa Bay. That is one of 2 stadiums in the league that they have never appeared in, and the other is Cincinnati. They were scheduled to appear there last year, and the strike wiped them out.
It's a tough place to go down there and win. Of course, they haven't been playing well so far this year, but it's tough.
First and 10 from the 33. Swing pass out to the far side to Newsom. Flags are down. Newsom went out of bounds at the 42, but the penalty markers were thrown back at the line of scrimmage, where you would normally get a holding call. And that's what it's going to be against Dallas. Cowboys in the first half were penalized 6 times for 50 yards. Tampa Bay 7 times for 52 yards.
I think that holding penalty is on Posderick, number 75. He's blocking the all-pro Leroy Selman, you know, and Posderick doesn't have much experience, just being his 2nd year.
Posderick filling in for the injured Pat Donovan, as he did earlier in the preseason when Donovan was injured. Here's Bob McElroy.
Holding number 75. Offense, first down.
Very keen eye, Mr. Verveil. Posderick at 6'9", 274. Let's see if we can see him.
Here it is on the left-hand corner of your screen. See number 75, pass protecting right there. It comes off the screen. Now you're going to see it in a second. There's Herb Scott, number 68, coming off there. They laid it off.
Ball is at the 23-yard line. It is first down and 20 following the 10-yard walk-off. White looks over the middle for Cosby and throws it behind him. Not a well-thrown ball by Danny White behind the intended receiver, 6'4" Doug Cosby.
They ran the play action up inside to freeze the 2 linebackers, Jeff Davis 58 and Scott Brantley 52. But Jeff got back there underneath it and I think caused Danny to throw that thing on behind the tight end.
That'll set up 2nd and 20 for the Cowboys. This is their first offensive possession of the second half. 14-10. Dallas leading right now, but the Cowboys, it's been their pattern in the past, have trailed a couple of times in this game against the winless Buccaneers. On the delay, Newsom trying to bounce it outside. Get short yardage to the 27 or 28-yard line. I would think, you know, Tampa Bay can't really allow the Cowboys much more in the way of points because of their own inability to score.
No question. It's, you know, Frank, they're just battling back and forth. Each team has executed one big play, but it looks like the team that gets the next big play might win this. Both defenses playing outstanding football.
Very physical game, and word from the Cowboy bench is that Robert Newhouse has a bruised left knee, but will probably return. He plays on the specialty teams now. John McKay checking it out. 3rd down. Cowboys still in a long situation. Flag down as Pearson couldn't hold it anyway at the sideline. Again, it's holding against the Cowboys, and they're having trouble against this Buck defensive line.
They're playing really intense, and they're concentrating. They're not making many mistakes. They made the one mistake on the big play against the shotgun that gave Springs the touchdown. Excuse me, Mr. Official.
See if they got Posderick again. Of course, he's got a load in Leroy Selman. who the Cowboys firmly believe is perhaps the best defensive end. Run and pass situation combined in all of pro football.
Wasn't he pleasant to visit with yesterday? Really a sharp guy, fun to talk to.
Yeah, Leroy said he's in the banking business down in Tampa Bay. He's an installment loan officer.
I asked him for a loan.
Didn't work.
No, he said he just rushed the passer right now.
Warren in to do the punting. Fourth down, 16. Rather stunning by the Buccaneers. They've got 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Rushed only one, really. Tyler going to watch this one bounce. Takes a cowboy hop inside the 25 and out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Timeout with 11:20 left in the third period, and Dallas leading 14-10.
I can't believe we're bidding a job this big. They wanted somebody new.
If you can make the numbers work, it means the big time. That's why you've got the Rainbow, the new personal computer from Digital with 2 separate microprocessors. One for today's jobs, another for tomorrow's. It's like getting 2 computers for the price of one.
That's it. Welcome to the big time.
The Rainbow from Digital Equipment Corporation. Call 1-800-DIGITAL for the store nearest you.
Beatico Creek, Louisiana, and Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Beatico Creek means bass, fat and tasty, and Milwaukee means beer, cold, crisp, old Milwaukee beer, and the smooth golden light taste of old Milwaukee Light.
Old Milwaukee.
And old Milwaukee Light
Tastes as great as their name.
Let me tell you, it doesn't get any better than this.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay. Buccaneers have the ball at their 22-yard line. Trail by 4. Johnson trying to get some ground game going, and haven't been very successful so far. Check out some scores for you. Several late starting games in addition to ours here at Texas Stadium today. Philadelphia and the Giants 1 point apart in the 4th quarter. Rams lead San Francisco also in the 4th period, shutting them out as a matter of fact. Kansas City and the Raiders have been close all day and remain that way. In Seattle leading San Diego in the 3rd quarter. Our score 14-10. Cowboys 2nd and 9. Bucs from their 23. Quick throw to Theo Bell. Thurman makes the stop, but not before Bell has the first down at the 38-yard line of the Buccaneers.
They're getting in an offensive formation that really almost forces the defense to come over and play at strong side, and that gives them that little one-on-one type pass out there, and I'm surprised they don't try to take advantage of it just a little bit more.
Theo Bell, one-time Pittsburgh Steeler, who is signed by the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Also the Pittsburgh Steelers' all-time punt returner.
1st and 10, Bucs with the ball at their 39-yard line. Wilder and Owens in the I formation behind Jack Thompson. Fake to Owens. Nice pass to Wilder. And we get a flag back at the line of scrimmage again. This is drop the hanky.
It really is. It looks like it's going to be on the Tampa offensive holding this time.
Do you, as a coach, do you scout officials and know that some are more prone to call holding or something than others?
Your line coaches are usually more aware of which umpire or official calls more holding penalties than the others, but really you don't have any record of it or anything. Sometimes you're wrong in thinking some guy does.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, illegal chop block. Number 26 offense, 1st down.
John Owens.
Son James, a man must have been rushing in contact with an offensive lineman, and he cut him down below the knees, and that now is against the rules. You do that instinctively sometimes.
1st down and 25 for the Buccaneers, who are back at their 23. Thompson drills one over the middle. Caught. Not enough for the 1st down, but Bell fielded the ball at the 40-yard line. Got about 15 of those 25 back. Dennis Thurman making the stop.
He went down and ran about a 15-yard square-in pattern, and Theo has all kinds of experience. This guy's been in the league. He's been a good receiver. He's actually started in place of Pittsburgh Steelers fine pair and Swan. Here he comes, turning the inside. Linebacker chasing him from behind there. No underneath coverage. The linebacker, number 51, Anthony Dickerson, was outside him. That gave him the throwing lane.
It is second down. The Bucs now need 9 for their first down at their 40-yard line.
Coming with the blitz.
He smelled it. Got rid of the ball to Giles, who caught the pass and then fumbled it out of bounds. And the Buccaneers will retain possession after a pickup of just under 5 yards. Brunig out there covering the tight end, along with Mike Hagman. Now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Frank Phil Simms is now quarterbacking the New York Giants. Butch Wolfolk, they started to run him between the tackles. He's much more effective inside. And now 14-13 Eagles over the Giants. Let's go back to Frank.
So that's about as tight as it can get up at the Meadowlands. 14-13. Game pretty close as well. Big third down play for Tampa Bay. They're looking at 3rd and 6 from their own 44. Trailing by 4. Thompson again the quick throw, and that's enough for the first down. And he did not go out of bounds. That is a touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Gerald Carter, who played his college football at Texas A&M. A couple of the Cowboys slowed down thinking he had gone out of bounds, but he did not. And he converts it into a touchdown. And Tampa Bay has reclaimed the lead.
Never assume anything.
That is his first touchdown as a pro. So a big moment for Gerald Carter, who's from Texas and played his college football at A&M.
Here it is now. You can see they're tight man-to-man coverage, and he comes up, gets a block right there. He's not out of bounds. Oh,
close.
That heel might have stepped out of bounds. He's got the great speed. He's caught more passes already this year than he caught all last year in catching 11 balls last year.
Yeah, that was good for a 56-yard touchdown, and quite a thrill for Gerald Carter. The Bucs are out in front, 16-14, 8:58 left in the third quarter. And Caprice is on to try the extra point. The kick is good. 17-14. The question is, did he step out of bounds on the far side?
No.
Let's look at it again.
He didn't. It wasn't called.
If he did, it wasn't called.
It doesn't matter.
Watch how close.
Here he's coming down the sideline. Left foot down. Right foot down. Is he out of bounds? From right here, you can't tell. That official had a better angle than our camera did. I'd have to go along with the official.
Looking at that point right there. Let's go back. Maybe we can see.
He's on his toe, not on his heel. I don't think he's out of bounds.
It goes on the boards as a touchdown for Tampa Bay. Timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
The sleek shape makes this car handle like a dream. You'll need only 11 horsepower to maintain a speed of 50 miles per hour. You're going to love the shape.
Based on a survey of owner-reported problems during the first 3 months of use, Ford Motor Company is building the highest quality cars and trucks of any U.S. manufacturer.
You're gonna love the quality Ford. Quality is job one.
I love it.
This is the place for the real taste of beer. Pabst is the place. There's just no doubt about it.
Pabst isn't beer drinking beer. Well, I feel qualified to say that.
Pabst is the place. Your good friends all around you for the real taste of beer and all the good times you have here.
This is one place they still know how to brew beer.
For the real taste of beer, Pabst is the place.
Seven yards on the drive, and the capper the 56-yard throw to Carter. The second time that the Buccaneers have hit the big play. They completed an 80-yard pass to Jimmy Giles in the first half.
That's what
he's
happens.
ready to kick off.
Excuse me, Frank, but that's what happens when you break that man-to-man coverage you and I were talking about in the first half. All of a sudden, you beat it. You're alone.
Gallows and Hill are deep. Rod Hill at the 1, 10, 15. As he crosses the 20 and is pinned at the 22-yard line.
This looks like the Tampa football team that I've coached against in the past. Really tough to beat, great defense, playing with emotion and intensity, and a well-coached football team.
Coming up next Sunday, doubleheader action on CBS. First game, San Francisco and New Orleans. Most of you will see that contest, and Saints won today. 49ers in trouble against Los Angeles, or Chicago at Detroit and St. Louis at Tampa Bay, and then the headliner in the second half, the twin bill right here at Texas Stadium, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Others of you will see one of our other late games, the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Check your local listings for time and station. That's next Sunday. This is this Sunday. And the Buccaneers trying to pull off the upset of the year of the NFL so far, lead by 3. White back to throw. Drew Pearson pulls it down, goes out of bounds at the 34. Picks up the first down and 13 yards.
Just a little play action pass to freeze Hugh Green, number 53 at the linebacker, and hold Cotney from getting out underneath that thing as the strong safety. Bang, first down. I think they could do a little bit more of that.
That's the 4th catch on the day for Pearson. He needed 10 coming in to tie Boyd Dowler, who is one of the Bucs assistant coaches.
He's their offensive coordinator, really. I think coaching the quarterback.
That's right. He, of course, former Green Bay Packers star, ranked 17th on the all-time list. 1st and 10, Dallas. Cowboys at their 34-yard line. Down for the 3rd time in this game. Springs across the 35 to the 37, and a late flag is thrown. See what this one is about.
I think it's on Dallas. That's Scott Brantley, numbers 52, the inside linebacker, is really playing a heck of a football game. There he is standing by the official. Boy, he's a player.
Fans here getting a little impatient with the Cowboys. They don't want to let it rain on Roger Staubach's parade today.
Number 86.
Butch Johnson.
How's a wide receiver hold? I guess he got involved in there in some kind of a block.
Well, Johnson guilty of the holding penalty, and the Cowboys lose 10 more and are back to the 24-yard line. Dallas now penalized 8 times for a total of 70 yards in this game.
Dallas will probably try to come back and get about half of that back on first down. Not trying to get it all of back.
1st and 20 from the 24. White waited forever. Springs and Pearson were in the territory, but I believe he threw it away.
Yes, I think the coverage was really good. They were playing zone. The zone was reacting to Danny and moving with his head, and he couldn't find a place to go. Now, I question whether that John Holt should be allowed to take that kind of a shot on a receiver on the sideline with the ball thrown like that. You know, they started ruling against defenders doing that this past year.
No flag dropped that time, and it'll be a 2nd and 20.
You'll see what I'm talking about right here. There, the ball's way up high. See, it doesn't look as bad on replay as it did in live play.
On 2nd and 20, White has time, puts it over the middle, and threads the needle to Cosby, and we got a flag.
Helmet, face mask, hit him in the head.
So the penalty yardage will be tacked on to the end of the game. Personal foul. Just can't hit him in the head. And that's what they did, and Cosby comes out limping. Billy Joe Dupree comes in.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 52, defense. First down.
15-yard penalty will move it to the Tampa Bay 46.
To the right of our screen is Cosby. He'll come into the pattern. He's seen number 84 at the top of the screen. Now, watch him work. Tom Landry told us he's the best he's ever coached at uncovering himself. There's a shot to the helmet, and they call that every time.
Cowboys trying to get the lead back. 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay 46. Flea flicker. Dorsett back to White. Intended for Johnson. Pass interference at the 2. Johnson thought for a moment the call went against him. John Holt, number 21, was back there. Dorsett almost falling
falling down as he tried to lateral the ball back to White. It was unbelievable they could go ahead and execute that play. I think it was pass interference. Now let's take a look at it. Here he's coming up his back right now. He's reached no interference yet. There, pass interference, definitely, no question. And the official right on it, threw the flag immediately. A 42-yard penalty. They're going to mark it at the 4-yard line. It will be 1st and goal to go for the Cowboys at that point. Johnny Holt should have been more patient and just waited for that ball to come down and then go to its highest point rather than try to go to the receiver. Things aren't going well for Dallas. You can always look for Landry to dig back. He's got the reputation into that bag of tricks. Well, they're always prepared. Just like Tampa was prepared for it, but just one of those things. Cowboys have a third tight end, Cleo Simmons, in there. White. Holt, who was the goat a moment ago on the pass interference, turns out the hero on this play as he storms through to drop Danny White back at the 15. They're running a corner blitz. Now you'll see him coming into the right of your screen. It's a play-action pass. Danny's going to try to hold the ball. See him holding the ball in the stomach, then sneak out. He didn't fool young John Holt that time. So a fine defensive play by Holt, who is a third-year man from West Texas State. He was only their nickel back in 1982, but he's taken over the starting left corner position this year, and he's doing well. And doing so because of the injury to the veteran Norris Thomas. 2nd down, goal to go. Cowboys from the 14-yard line. Again, the blitz. He gets rid of the ball. It is almost intercepted by Cockney in the end zone. That isn't Cockney. That's number 23, Jeremiah Castillo. The rookie from Alabama thought he had one. He isn't going to get many better opportunities than this. Now look at the ball. He's going to come. See Jeremiah at the right of your screen, right? Look at him eyeballing it all the way. He's already look at. He's already saying, "I'm going to return that." Probably just took his eyes off it right at the last second. Should have had it. Oh gosh, no better opportunity. Again, Danny White making a mistake of just laying that ball up there. That would have been his 3rd interception of the day. Penalty yardage in this game, the Buccaneers have 124, and the Cowboys have 70. 3rd and goal from the 14 of Tampa Bay. White smothered. Well, I tell you, where credit is due, and that is to the Tampa Bay defense. What a job they did on that series. You bet. This is more the personality of the Tampa football team. Now you're going to be able to see that Leroy Selman, coming off the left corner of your screen, is being blocked or attempted to be blocked by Phil Fosderek, number 75. And see, he beat him around to the outside. The great speed of Leroy Selman coming around to the outside. You believe the Cowboys started this series with a 1st and goal at the 4. They're now back at the 24, and Septien will be forced into a 41-yard field goal attempt. And this, of course, would not it at 17. He's got it. It's like clockwork with that guy. Missed only once this year. Septien strikes from 41 yards out. We're tied at 17 at Texas Stadium.
30 seconds is too little time to study every aspect of quality in any car. But one car, the Mercury Topaz, invites a more thoughtful look. For example, one Topaz's seams wouldn't vary from design standards more than 1.5 millimeters. All the information you need to make a more intelligent car buying decision is in this free 20-page book, the 1984 Mercury Topaz, a more enlightened approach.
Okay, everybody, what do you say we make it Michelob Light for the winners?
Sure, but we get mighty thirsty. Michelob Light for the winners.
Yeah, it's a whole new game when you're playing for Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winners. Michelob Light.
We may be here a while. 7 minutes and 8 seconds still left in quarter number 3. At Texas Stadium, the Cowboys and the Buccaneers are tied at 17, and Rafael Septien is getting ready to kick off for Dallas. The scoring drive by Dallas, and the big play, of course, was the 42-yard pass interference call. But tremendous job by the Tampa Bay defense, which drove the Cowboys back after a first and goal from the 4. And Septien finally had to kick the field goal from 41. James Owens at the 5. Back to the 15, crosses the 20, hit at the 25-yard line.
Bill Bates.
Cowboys super rookie.
He is really popular down here. You'd think he was a quarterback. Now watch number 40 there. He just keeps plowing after him. He has the instincts to always know where the football is, and then the desire to be there first. He's usually in a bad mood when he arrives, too. There he goes. Gets him down.
He's already made a few fans.
Yeah, look at this. Bill Bates. Are you married? Love who? Love Carol.
I think the answer is no, but I wouldn't swear to it. First and 10 for the Buccaneers at their 25, and the Dallas crowd getting into it right now. Johnson under pressure, loses the ball. Tampa Bay recovers at the 19. A lot of pressure by the Cowboys.
He's going to fake a play-action pass. Now watch him fake to the tailback. See that? Just a token fake. He's looking there in double coverage, and Dutton is coming around. Now here comes the other fella. Fumble on the ground. Fortunately,
Randy Grimes
goes ahead and steals that football.
Loss in the play of 7. It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Buccaneers at their 19-yard line. Johnson to throw. Harvey Martin, ball tipped in the air. Caught by Wilder, I believe, and he is dropped immediately. No one knew where it went except Wilder at the last minute. Saw it coming down.
That's the first time we've seen Harvey Martin really flying out there clean. He was really coming off the ball.
Harvey has been the subject of a lot of criticism. The Cowboys' right defensive end, who's led him in sacks down through the years, really came flying through that time and belted the quarterback. Watch it.
On top of the screen. See him coming around there? He beat Reeves right now. Reeves trying to pick him off, but he didn't get it done.
He got Thompson's attention.
Reeves is the most experienced lineman, too. Harvey just beat him.
The pass was complete for a -4. It is 3rd and 20 for the Buccaneers at their 15. Quick throw to Carter. One-on-one out there with Fellows. Carter, hard man to bring down, and he's very close to the first down marker. Boy, he almost got the first.
They came again with that safety blitz feeling if they went ahead and laid it off, that they had so many yards to go, they wouldn't make the first down anyway. But they got a lot of pressure on him. You can see now that everybody's coming after Jack. Now see him going to drop back. Now look at here comes Bates, number 40, up inside. This time he unloads it quickly. He gets out there. He's one-on-one on Fellows. Gets away from him. Good running by Carter. Gets away from Randy White, the defensive lineman out there. That shows you the intensity that Randy White plays with.
And you saw how close Carter came to the first down marker on 4th and 2. Garcia kicks it away. Brown Hill at the 20.
That's a return ball.
25. And that's it. Word from the Cowboy bench is that Doug Cosby has a groin pull and is uncertain if he'll be back. We've got a timeout.
The 1984 Mercury Marquis. An automobile designed to virtually ignore the harsh realities of everyday driving. Yet while it may be one of the most comfortable cars you can own, it is also one of the most reasonably priced. Mercury Marquis, the sign of a finely engineered automobile, the evidence of a more enlightened approach.
11:05 p.m., the Hospital for Special Surgery, New York. And where are the surgeons? Watching television. Not just any television, a Sony with the remarkable Trinitron system. For a picture that's critically focused, critically lifelike. Maybe that's why Sony won an Emmy for its picture. Something no other TV could have done. Not if their life depended on it.
Cowboys ball, 1st and 10 as we return to play. They're at their 25-yard line, and that is the time remaining in the 3rd quarter. Score tied at 17.
different than the other guy carrying the football for a living. He can make something out of nothing. Now watch him stake off to the left. Everyone's blocking to the left. He sees a hole. He starts to go for it. Nothing there. He cuts back parallel, and there he goes. Now he uses his speed and gets outside. Very few backs can make that cut as well as he can.
A 13-yard pickup on the play and a Dallas first down at the 38-yard line. He's been held in check fairly well by the Buccaneers, as you can see by his rushing figures so far. White faking to Dorsett, trying to reach Drew Pearson at the 50-yard line.
Here's George Yarno, the offensive guard. You know, he played defense, Frank, in college, and actually played nose guard on his brother who was playing for the opponent. And they played 2 games that way, battled each other nose on nose.
And the question is, who won?
I don't know. Probably Washington State beating Idaho. And that would have been Georgia's team.
I see. 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys at their 38-yard line. Don Smerrick off the Cowboys defensive unit has a physical problem, leg problem. He may not be back. A lot of hitting out there. Solid hitting. Springs had a couple tough yards up the middle, cross the 40 out to the 41-yard line. Tampa Bay, the more you see of them, you can see where they've had some problems offensively with the injuries in that offensive line. But you look at that defense, no way is this an 0-5 team.
Well, you can't figure out how they gave up so many points last week. You know, of course, there was a punt return and fumble interception, those kind of things.
Which are against the offense, right?
Yeah. They actually gave up 4 touchdowns themselves. But you can see that they're a fine quality defensive football team. This thing could be a 17-17 at the end of the 4th.
3rd and 8. Cowboys at their 41-yard line. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Pressure on White. Drew Pearson short of the first down. At the Dallas 44, pickup of just a couple of yards in the play, and Hugh Green, number 53, makes the stop.
Of course, Hugh Green is their top football player right now. Their number 1 pick from a year ago. Great football player. Won the Lombardi Award in 1980. His jersey's retired from the University of Pittsburgh, along with Tony Dorsett's.
Punting situation for Dallas, and here comes John Warren, who told us yesterday that his biggest problem as a rookie has been learning to spot kick, to try to place that ball. And he said Danny White is absolutely the best he's ever seen at it. Drop that ball inside the 10-yard line where you want to.
He better not tell anybody about Danny White being that good. He might lose his job.
On 4th and 3, Warren kicking it away, end-over-end job this time. Tyler, 15, 20, 25, up to the 26-yard line. I believe it was Jeff Rohr, number 50, who caught an ankle, tipped him over.
No hang time that at all. That was only a 3.4 hang time, and usually you can return that. Here's a personal foul down here on Rod Hill in front of the Tampa bench.
24 on the kicking team, personal foul. 25 on the receiving team. Offsetting fouls after the play. The play counts.
Thomas Morris of the Buccaneers and Rod Hill of the Cowboys offsetting personal fouls. So happened after the play will count, and the Bucs will get the ball at their 25-yard, 26-yard line.
They used to always call the guy that they saw, and many times that they only see the end result of 2 guys throwing a punch or something like that, and it's the other guy that started it. Now they're doing more like we just saw. They're calling both guys guilty. Why call anything?
We've had a ton of penalties in this game. That's one of the reasons this game is running very late. That coupled with the halftime ceremonies honoring Roger Staubach. We're still 2:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tied at 17. 1st and 10. Buccaneers from their 26.
They're back on that strong side trip set again, Frank. They might throw it out there to the split receiver, setting to the left, the top of the screen. Yep, they did it.
Going to Carter, and Dickerson is over there quickly to cover, but not before he picks up yardage to the 33. That'll be about... Well, wait a minute. Let's see if they rule a trap. Carter isn't happy at all, whatever they've called.
There's a possibility that we have a shot at that. We can evaluate that ourselves.
They're ruling a trap. Bring it back to the line of scrimmage.
There he goes. 1, 2, 3. Just a little hitch pass. He's going to go down and catch a football. That's a catch. That's a bad call.
Can't add anything to that.
No.
The great Leroy Selman getting advice from upstairs.
You think they're telling him where the quarterback is?
I doubt it. 2nd and 10. Bucs from their 26, fighting tooth and nail against the Cowboys. Gets the pass away, and that is a fine catch, and we've got a flag. In fact, we got a couple of flags over in front of the Buccaneer bench. Excellent catch by Kevin House, which would be good for the first down yardage. But again, let's see what the flag's all about.
I can't see what the call was.
Well, the way Dennis Thurman is acting, looks like it's against the Cowboys.
He's saying, who, me? That's his old coach standing right next to him right there, John McKay. John coached him at USC.
27 defense.
That would be Ron Fellows of the Cowboys, guilty of the pass interference call. Of course, he caught the ball.
Let's see if we can see it. He's going to sprint out to the right, trying to get away from the rush. He's out there. He just about gets hit. He gets rid of the ball.
Personal foul, number 32, defense after the play.
Right there.
So the pass interference on the play, the gain is moved to the 44-yard line, and they'll tack the personal foul onto that, which will move Tampa Bay all the way to the Dallas 41.
This is all we have on it now. Right now, let's see if we can see if there's a true personal foul. All he has to do is touch the man. He goes down on him right here. I don't see him hitting him very.
Number 32, defense after the play.
No.
First down.
I really question whether that was a true personal foul. Balancing it out, Coach. Balancing it out.
The 33-yard gain, 18 on the pass reception and 15 on the penalty. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay at the Dallas 42. 2:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Jack Thompson unloads far side. That could have been 6 for Michael Downs, who had it and had nothing but clear sailing, but looked like he may have dislocated a finger as he did so. He's really hurting.
The ball hit him too cleanly. Not used to being able to intercept the ball that easily. It's a play-action pass, and he's throwing across field like that, and it's hard to see, and you can see the ball hit Michael Downs right in the hands. It's not his day today.
Well, Downs being treated over on the far side by Dr. Pat Evans. The Cowboy team position makes it 2nd and 10, Tampa Bay at the Dallas 42. Thompson on the roll. Wilder goes out of bounds with an assist from Dennis Thurman at the 38-yard line. Pickup of short yardage on that play as you look at the Buck field goal kicker, Bill Capice, whose toe eventually could decide this one. He's been in that pressure situation before. Other scores, and most of the late games now into the 4th period. Rams and San Francisco with a 3-point differential. Kansas City has hung on all afternoon. Interesting to see if they beat the Raiders. We're going to be there next week. See them play the Giants. Seattle and San Diego staring overtime in the face. Tied at 21. Michael Downs out of the lineup. Third down, 7 for the first down for the Bucs from the Cowboy 38. Swing pass, Wilder. Not enough for the first. Bill Bates again. Number 40 made the hit and drove him out of bounds at the 35.
It's just a short dump off pass to his right. He's dropping back. I don't know if he's even looking downfield. Maybe he's not being coached to on that specific play. Now he's trying to get up to the first down. The trouble with that kind of play is you're always short of the first down.
Well, they're about 4 yards short, and they're too far away to try the field goal, so the punting unit has come on. And Capice will rest for a few minutes more as Frank Garcia comes in to punt it away. He's had an excellent afternoon. Cowboys have no one deep. Again going for the far side corner. And this one out of bounds inside the 20. Let's see where they mark it. Looked like it's going to be about the 5 or 6.
Yes, that was an excellent punt by John, or rather Frank Garcia.
So Garcia's got to be happy with his day's work so far. The Cowboys will have their backs pinned to the wall back at the 6-yard line. Coming up Saturday, CBS Sports at Belmont Park. Climax of a great racing season. 2 excellent horse races, the Jockey Club Gold Cup and the Champagne Stakes. Here are the times wins in a season devoid of a dominant older horse. Devil's Bag seems to have a serious shot at the 1983 Eclipse Award as racing's #1 horse. The only 2-year-old to become Horse of the Year was Secretariat in 1972. Devil's Bag will be involved in the Champagne Stakes, and a great field also for the Jockey Club Gold.
This is a big series right here. If they can keep them down there, they're going to end up with good field position. They can't afford to let them out of there, and they're not going to.
Dragging Dorsett all the way into the end zone. Hugh Green, number 53, leading the charge. Judy is back in the ball game, number 51. He was injured earlier.
Now watch the center blocking on that nose guard, Dave Logan. See that now? The defensive lineman came underneath the offensive tackle. See that? Stalls, number 65, took him on in the backfield. He had no time to cut back like he did earlier.
Dorsett has only rushed for 43 yards on 17 carries. Dallas will have a 2nd and 12 upcoming, and the Cowboys back to their 4. Official time here. Let's see what this is all about. Been a rough afternoon for the officials. Cowboys penalized 9 times for 85 yards, and the Buccaneers 10 times for 124, over 200 yards in penalties, which is something you normally don't see at this stage of the season. White thrown out of the end zone. Drew Pearson makes the catch at the 9-yard line, goes out of bounds, picked up 5, but they're looking at 3rd and 7. Member of the all-decade team of the 1970s, Drew Pearson. Philadelphia leading the Giants, hanging on in the 4th quarter by a margin of 4 points. And this is now final. The Rams have beaten San Francisco, and that certainly tightens things up in the NFC West.
49ers are playing without Wendell Tyler and a couple other offensive players, and it's hard for them to score the points they were scoring with them.
3rd and 7. Cowboys at their 9 operate out of the shotgun, looking for the first. Pass interference again. The flag is thrown as the intended receiver was Doug Donnelly and Jeremiah Castile, the rookie from Alabama. 3rd-round draft selection. Seemed to be all over Donnelly on that play, and that carries with it
interference.
the automatic
Number
first
23,
down.
first down.
Let's see if we can see it. Now, he's going to come off and run a little turn-in pattern. Donnelly, number 83. Now, see him turn in right there. Jeremiah's charging. Is he going to hit him first? Definitely. Or close. Not definitely. Just close. Excuse me, Frank.
That's a definite maybe,
That's
right?
a definite maybe.
All right.
Definite maybe.
There's the penalty situation we outlined to you a moment ago. Well over 200 yards. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Got a little breathing room now. They're out to their 17-yard line. Ron Springs right through it behind him. Made a pretty nifty catch. And, of course, immediately dropped at the 22 after a pickup of 5. Word from the Cowboy bench is that Michael Downs has dislocated a finger in his right hand, but will return. The Raiders, after trailing all day, have finally moved ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs. In the 4th period, 21-20. Our score tied at 17. 1 minute left to play in the 3rd quarter. With some impressive numbers, save the 2 interceptions. 2nd and 4. White airs it out. Intended for Butch Johnson. And again the flags go flying. More pass interference. Johnson, who was victimized a moment ago, down at the 5-yard line on a 41-yard pass interference call penalty against Tampa Bay. Apparently has been interfered with again, which will give the Cowboys the ball somewhere around the Tampa Bay 40, if that indeed was the case.
Illegal contact. Defense is declined. Pass interference. Defense number 21 is accepted. First down.
John Holtz. Guilty of the pass interference. Well, they had him coming and going that time.
There he is. He waited a little too long to turn and get running with that kind of man because he's too fast. See him elbow to elbow right there, shoulder to shoulder, going for the football. The ball's coming down. Find the ball. There, yes, pass interference.
That will give Dallas a first down at the Tampa Bay 39-yard line.
John Holt is waiting too long to turn and make his move back and deepen. You have to move a little quicker with Bush Johnson.
47 seconds to go in the third quarter. Drew Pearson in motion. Dorsett with Springs leading interference to the 35 to the 34-yard line. Tony Dorsett. 5 very tough yards. They have all been tough this afternoon against this fired-up Tampa Bay defense.
I don't know if they're really fired up as much as they're just playing up to their ability, really, and they've probably been disappointed that they haven't, and the offense hasn't scored enough points in those previous games prior to last Sunday anyway to help them win.
Well, when you're 0-5 and you've just been beaten 55 to 14, you got to almost be like a wounded animal. Anybody comes near, you're going to bite them.
Yeah, you'd be better off stepping on a rattlesnake.
Second down. Dallas needing 5 for the first down at the Tampa Bay 34. Dorsett. Had to go around his blocker, Ron Springs, that time, which slowed him down. Run out of bounds at about the 31 as the gun sounds. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Dallas 17, Tampa Bay 17. We now pause for a word from your local station.
Tuesday, Yvette Mimieux and Diana Canova are 2 housewives who become police volunteers, forced to put their lives on the line in a world premiere movie, Night Partners, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
Variety in the staff of life. For over a century, the Richter family and bakers of Buttercrust have brought to your table the very finest quality bread. A quality so outstanding, it has become the standard of excellence in the art of baking. A better tasting, fresher tasting variety from the ever-loving ovens of Buttercrust. For over 100 years, we've placed our reputation on your table. Enriched Buttercrust bread.
Meet the #1 full-line auto insurance team in Texas. It's the MIC insurance team from General Motors. #1 in coverage. MIC offers auto insurance and mechanical protection. #1 in convenience. MIC has one-stop claim service. So switch to MIC. Buy your insurance with your car at your GM dealer. Right!
MIC! General Motors Insurance.
At Fox Photo's new one-hour lab are Lloyd Ellison, Carl Newton III, and Ben Love.
You know, Fox Photo has nearly 1,200 outlets in 24 states and 240 cities.
Texas Commerce has been Fox's lead banking organization since 1979.
And Texas Commerce has helped this great San Antonio company grow to become the industry leader.
We'll understand your business better than any other bankers.
Texas Commerce and its bankers are working for your success.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Trinitron from Sony, the one and only.
Frank Lever along with Dick Vermeil. Welcome back to Texas Stadium as we start the final period of play. The Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tied at 17. The Cowboys have a 3rd and 2 upcoming with the nose of the ball just outside the Tampa Bay 30. Dorsett trying to pick up the first and did not get close. A reminder that 60 Minutes in the prime time schedule will be seen in its entirety following football, except on the West Coast, where the programs will be seen at their regularly scheduled times. And it's going to be a while before you see it on the East Coast, the way this thing is going. And again, one of the big reasons is penalties. You might be interested in knowing that the all-time NFL penalty record on one team is 209 yards, and the Buccaneers have amassed 171. Here is Septien with a chance to put the Cowboys in the lead. A 47-yard field goal attempt.
He's 4 for 4 this year, but overall in his career, he's a 41% kicker from this distance.
Toronto to hold. It is long enough. It is no good. Septien missing this one off to the right. Only his second miss of the year. Timeout with 14:06 left to play in the game.
The results are in. More Americans looked at value and put their money on Chevrolet in the 1983 model year. They made Chevrolet #1 in new car and truck sales, #1 in onboard computers, #1 in fuel injection, #1 in front drives. That's because Chevrolet provides the cars and trucks America wants and needs. In fact, over the past 6 years, Chevrolet has sold more than all the imports combined. Thanks, America. Chevrolet. And you.
You know people like me. We're young, ambitious. These are the uniforms we wear at work. But these are the uniforms we wear when we serve part-time in the National Guard and the Reserves. You see, in the Guard and Reserves, you earn extra money. So you not only serve your country, you serve yourself. Yet while you serve, you can live at home and keep your full-time job. Because in the Guard and Reserves, you don't have to give up one life to live another.
The National Guard and the Reserves. Talk to your local recruiter.
The Buccaneers have the football, 1st and 10 at their 30-yard line. Jack Thompson sending Gerald Carter wide to the left side. He's got Kevin House split to the right. Score tied at 17. How's that for a little pressure? Randy White came blowing through there, and Wilder never knew what hit him. White, the perennial all-pro tackle, just about took the Buck offensive line apart single-handed.
Look at the left guard, Randy Grimes, number 60. Now watch him. Randy Wright jumped right around to the outside, slammed him with his right arm, got right into the backfield, nailed him. Minus yardage. Now that makes it tough because you end up with 2nd and 14. And against Dallas, that's a really bad position to be in.
Theo Bell, third wide receiver in for the Bucs. He split to the left side, 2nd down, 14. Thompson steps up into the pocket, drills it over the middle, and the ball is caught by Bell at the 40-yard line. That's just about enough needed for the 1st down.
Good pass protection that time. He had time to step up in the pocket and go ahead and throw the ball downfield.
They mark it at the 39. Let's see if it's close enough for measurement. Looks like less than a yard, certainly, needed for the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd down coming up in a matter of inches for the 1st for the Buccaneers, with the nose of the ball just inside their 40.
Dallas has been tough over the years in this situation.
They give to Owens, and Owens, whose specialty is leaping over piles of blockers and tacklers, would-be tacklers.
They're marking it as a plus that he made it.
He needed perhaps a foot. And let's see if it is indeed a Tampa Bay 1st down after they unpeel everyone and check the markers. Looks like it's going to be good, but the officials will call time and confirm it by measurement.
Looks obvious from here.
Buccaneers with 171 yards in penalties. That is the most penalty yards ever by a Dallas Cowboy opponent.
That's a little bit distorting in that they've been pass interference penalties, and they've been getting those long pass interference penalties.
30, 40 yards.
Yeah. It's not like getting 10-yard penalties and 5-yard penalties.
It is a 1st down for the Bucs at their 40-yard line. 12 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Again, a reminder that 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety following NFL football, except on the West Coast, where you'll see it at the regularly scheduled time. Jack Thompson. Owens to the 45 to near midfield, and he's close for another 1st down.
He's a battler. He's fighting his way up there for that 1st down. Crawling, scratching, digging, but he made it.
Our Bill Walsh drafted him in San Francisco as a wide receiver. Tampa Bay and Dallas tied. The only winless team in the NFC and the only team that hasn't lost a game in the NFL. And we welcome those of you who have just joined us. We've got 11 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in this game. Frank Weaver along with Dick Vermeil. And Jack Thompson completes the pass for the 1st down at the Dallas 37-yard line to Kevin House. A big 1st down for the Buccaneers. This one has gone back and forth all day.
Kevin House is going to come down in a quick slant pattern. See him break to the inside. They ran a safety blitz, a strong safety blitz, and that was the best thing you could have called. Automatic first down if it's thrown correctly.
Cowboys led at halftime 14-10 after being behind twice in the first half. And Tampa Bay has fought them down the line. James Wilder to the 35 to the 34-yard line. Pick up a close to 5 for the former University of Missouri running star. This game, I don't think, is going to be won on the ground.
No, I don't think so. But you have to keep those tackles in there honest and stop them from jumping around and rushing the passer on every down.
Tampa Bay has not run the ball well at all day. Haven't run it well all season. And certainly have not run it well here in the second half. Second down. 7 needed for the first half as the officials have it marked at the Dallas 35. 10.5 minutes left to play. Jack Thompson to throw, and Saboin airs it out for House. Kevin House, the long ball receiving specialist for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Couldn't catch up to that one. Jack Thompson wondering what he can do to beat this Cowboy defense.
Well, he's going to try play action passing and go deep, but he's under pressure. And he has to throw it a little bit quicker than he wanted to. They were in a double zone defense, 2-on-1 defender down there, but he just had to throw it too far.
Got a penalty marker down in the play. Late penalty.
Holding number 24, defense, automatic first down.
Defensive holding against Everson Walls of the Dallas Cowboys gives the Buccaneers a first down at the Cowboy 30. Walls saying, not me.
All I do is cover him. I don't hold him.
Penalties have been a big factor in this game. Tampa Bay approaching the NFL record for penalties in a single game. Wilder over the right side, running tough.
He better keep that ball on 25. Frank, excuse me, but did you see he had that ball out in front of him again? That's how he fumbled the ball in the first half.
He has that tendency, or so it would seem.
The penalty.
A couple other final scores in from around the NFL, and this one I'm sure should make you pleased.
Let's breathe a little bit better.
Winners over the Giants, San Diego and Seattle in the fourth period. Here's John McKay. Been under some pressure, but certainly not from his ownership.
He's got one of the finest owners in football down there, and they respect the job he's done over the years.
2nd and 5 from the Dallas 25. Owens. Ed Jones, number 72. I thought that was the old deal where one guy grabs one leg and one guy grabs the other and says, make a wish.
Yeah, I know it. But James has got to realize that too tall, 6'8", he's a little bit tough to jump over the top of.
That's a great hurdler. Been hurdling a lot of people, but not anybody that big.
That shows you how competitive James Owens really is. He's a real character young man, and that really demonstrates what he is by what he does.
A chess game here, 3rd and 3, and the Cowboys going with their nickel defense.
It's not unusual for them to do this. They used to do it all the time, Frank.
Big play for the Buccaneers and for the Cowboys. Score tied at 17. They got the first down, and they got more as Wilder takes it in for a touchdown. James Wilder not only gets the first down, but the touchdown as well, and the Buccaneers have taken the lead 23-17. 23 yards on the touchdown Gallup.
It's just look at Wilder right to the right of the screen, little fumble, a trap, and he cuts back behind the trap, found daylight in that nickel defense. There he is going into the end zone, got a nice brush block downfield, touchdown. But he better not start celebrating too soon against the Cowboys.
They have that reputation. That, by the way, was the longest run from scrimmage by a Buccaneer running back this year. The piece with the extra point. Drills it through. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left to play here at Texas Stadium, and the Bucs are out in front of the Cowboys for the 3rd time in this game.
Now you're going to see a lineman pull the trap here. He's going to hand it off behind that trap block, and he's going to break into his right. Miss a tackle right there because he's so strong at 225 pounds. You have to hit him right down the middle. He's in the open. Everybody else was playing man-to-man defense, all playing pass defense.
Time is out here at Texas Stadium. Will the Buccaneers pull off the big upset? Stay tuned.
Here comes the hottest selling Chevrolet today. The fun-to-drive front-drive Cavalier. Fire up 2 liters of electronically fuel-injected fun and experience more horsepower than the top 3 imports. The minute you feel Cavalier perform, you'll know what makes Cavalier the hottest selling Chevrolet today. Chevrolet! And you. Taking charge.
The sun brings out all kinds of people, and they all want a beer that won't slow them down.
Turn it loose, turn it loose, turn it loose tonight. Coors Light, turn it loose tonight. Don't hold back, turn it loose tonight. Beer after beer when you're moving around. Coors Light is the one that won't slow you down. Coors Light, turn it loose tonight. Turn it loose, turn it loose.
Next Sunday, an NFL doubleheader featuring the San Francisco 49ers against the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles, plus other regional action next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Frank Lieber along with Dick Vermeil. We're at Texas Stadium, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers driving 70 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. James Wilder with the 23-yard run makes it 24-17 Bucs. 8:53 left to play. A lot of penalties in this game, and the impressive halftime ceremonies honoring Roger Staubach, inducting him into the Ring of Honor, causing this game to run late. Rod Hill at the goal line, heads out to the 5, 10. Hill at the 50, Walker's to the 20, 30, up to the 40-yard line, and it is the kicker, Capice, who finally knocks him out of bounds. Fine run back by Hill, and I must say for a kicker, Capice put his helmet right on him. He didn't hesitate.
The kick was off to the corner, as you can see, and he starts upfield to draw the defense of the coverage team in. Now he breaks one tackle. He has a block out in front of him right there. Now it's just speed, and he hasn't returned many kickoffs this year. Only 3 kickoffs for a 20-yard average. That was a big one for him.
It is a first down for the Cowboys at their 39. This is old hat. The Cowboys are 5-0 in each of those 5 games. They have had to come from behind to win it. Will they do it again? Dorsett behind Kurt Peterson. No place to go. Dances around a bit and finally goes out of bounds at the 43 after a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd down 6. Dorsett has been held well in check. 21 carries. 55 yards for Dorsett. So as we mentioned, the Cowboys' specialty at coming from behind. They do it every week. Their defense, specialty teams, have already scored 5 touchdowns this year. That's more you get the whole season.
If you're going to pick somebody to come from behind on, you wouldn't pick Tampa. You'd pick somebody else, believe me, Frank. They're tough in these situations.
2nd down, call it 7. Ball is marked at the Dallas 42. Danny White stepping up into the pocket. Finally gets rid of it. Newsome has the first down at the 49-yard line at Tampa Bay, and a Buccaneer player will shake it up. Trying to get to Danny White. That'll be Logan getting up slowly.
Danny wanted to go deep, and he had plenty of time. He was waiting for the pattern to develop downfield. He gets back there, he waits, the rush goes beyond him, he steps up in the hole. He actually could have run the football. Now he's pumping, waiting, then had presence of mind to lay it off to his outlet. Well done by Danny White.
So the Cowboys have a 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneer 49-yard line. Clock moving with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Tampa Bay trying to pull off the big upset of the year so far in the National Football League. They're 0-5. The Cowboys are 5-0. Audible. Dorsett. It wasn't a good one.
He was audible. You could hear it going, and people sort of looking around, almost smelled wood burning. But you could see what happened.
A yard or so for Dorsett. Tampa defense continues to play it very tough. I imagine there's a few folks in Washington that may be rooting for Tampa Bay right about now. Cowboys lose this game. Redskins will be tied for first place in the NFC East.
Well, this whole division with the Dallas Cowboys. You know, the Washington Redskins and the Eagles and the Giants. It's a tough division.
I think maybe the toughest in pro football right now.
Right now, that's hard to evaluate because you don't play the same common opponent, but it's as tough as the toughest.
Second, just under 10. White looking for help. Billy Joe Dupree. First down at the 33-yard line. Hugh Green made the stop for the Buccaneers. Great Cowboy veteran who has never missed a ball game in all the years he's been with the Cowboys.
Danny gets the time again to get back cleanly. Nobody around him, no one to harass him. He's just waiting for the tight end to work in between the zones. He works in there. Billy Joe, of course, has the experience to get in between people, find the opening. Three-time Pro Bowl football player. Really a great guy to visit with, too.
In 11 years, he has played 170 straight games. He's in there now because Doug Cosby is hurt. Out with a blindfold. First down, Dallas at the Tampa Bay 33. White sets up the screen. Dorsett, flag down. 30, 25, 20. Down to the 15. We got a marker back at the 30. Holding against Dallas will wipe it out.
It was a very well executed screen, and the other thing Dallas is doing, they're attacking the outside linebacker, Ed Judy, who just joined the football team and is only playing because the starting linebacker, Andy Hawkins, is injured. They don't have anybody else left to play.
Holding number 75, offense.
Phil Posderek, the Cowboy tackle, filling in for the injured Pat Donovan. Guilty of the holding call that moves the Cowboys back to the 43. So instead of a first down at the Tampa Bay 15, they're now looking at a 1st and 20 from the 43. A mammoth amount of penalties for one football game.
Does that test you as a coach on the sideline when those flags are pretty quick? You just hate every official around you.
And some that are not around you.
Yes.
White on the roll, has Springs at the 40. Ron Springs out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Picked up 6 in the play.
This is a really unique play. The fullback sneaks out underneath everybody. They don't block the defensive end. Now watch, as a reverse pivot by the quarterback. See the lineman all going to the left. Here comes the back out underneath that fake, and he just drops it to him.
Springs was wide open, but the orange shirts quickly arrived on the scene.
Yeah. That's a very different play, and Roger Staubach used to just kill people with that play. When you ask me what do I remember about Roger Staubach, that's one thing I remember about him. Running that play so well and keeping it and running it for big plays.
Second down, 14. Dallas at the Tampa Bay 37. 5:51 left in the game. White steps up in the pocket, going for Johnson. Underthrows him at the 15-yard line.
That looked like a breakdown in communication between the quarterback and the receiver. Danny White's got his hands on his hips. He's a little bit upset.
Again, 60 minutes, and the CBS primetime schedule will be seen in its entirety following football, except on the West Coast, where programs will be seen at their regularly scheduled times.
I got a kick out of Danny White's comment in the paper this week. He says, really, he calls the plays. Landry just makes suggestions.
Sure he does. Third down, 14. Dallas at the Tampa Bay 37. That's the time remaining in the game. And the Cowboys trail by 7, 24-17. White flushed out of the pocket. Going long for Drew Pearson. There's the flag, pass interference. Deep in the end zone, and another flag back at the line of scrimmage. Pearson went down in a heap, 8 yards deep in the end zone, but there was another flag back at the line of scrimmage.
I think they called holding again. Phil Posderek holding the great Leroy Selman. Sometimes the young offensive lineman, that's about all he can do.
It will be apparently offsetting penalties.
Boy, that was a break for the Tampa Buccaneers. They needed that kind of break because they've had it go the other way in those pass interference penalties throughout this whole ball game.
Number 75 offense. Defensive pass interference. Number 40. Penalties offset. Replay the down.
So Bob McElwee, the referee, gives you the entire picture. We'll do it over.
Look to the right-hand side of your screen. You see Posderick, number 75. See him blocking Zillman. There, he's got him hooked right there. See him with his left hand. Then he turns him loose and says, I'm not holding.
Too late.
Too late. Right here, you're going to see him go up his back. Right here, going to step right on his heel and trip him. Right there. You couldn't really see him step on it, but his left foot, the defender's left foot, tripped the receiver.
It was Mark Washington defending, and Washington was shaken up on the play and had to leave the game with what looked to be an injured ankle. By the way, Posderick has been whistled now 4 times for holding in this game.
People have to remember who he's blocking. Leroy Selden.
That's a final score. San Diego's come from behind to beat Seattle. Big play here. Once again, 3rd down, 14. White for Johnson. Couldn't hold it at the 15-yard line. White just tried to drop that thing in there. I don't know if he was distracted a bit. He was surrounded by orange shirts, but he had a chance at catching it.
Leroy Selman was really coming in there. Now the ball's going downfield. You'll see it's tipped right there by John Holt, number 21. It's in the air. I thought it was going to be intercepted.
Holt did get his hand in there, distracting quite obviously. Butch Johnson, the intended receiver. Cowboys too far away to try the field goal, so John Warren has come in to do the punting. And they'll have to give up the ball here with 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Tampa Bay leading 24-17. The upset of the year in the National Football League, possibly. Holt at the 10. The Cowboys deep cover man there, Rod Hill, ran right by Holt. Timeout, Tampa Bay's ball, 1st and 10, and they're 22 when we come back.
Move into the comfort of more passenger room than 98 out of 100.
I don't think you can do that.
More passenger room for less.
Chevrolet.
And you.
Taking charge.
This Bud's for everyone who takes on the heavy loads.
This Bud's for you. For all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. For you.
That's the score and the time remaining. 5 minutes and 26 seconds. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay. Buccaneers with the ball at their 21-yard line. Wilder on the carry to the 22, got a yard, maybe 2. Now you wonder what John McKay is thinking about. Do you play it conservative here, or do you try to open it up just a little bit and try to get the 1st downs, keep this thing going, keep the ball away from Dallas?
I've been watching him down on the sideline talking to his offensive coordinator who's calling the plays and really coordinating things himself as the head coach. And I really think you got to be careful of sitting on this lead because Dallas is so good at coming back. They need it. They need some 1st downs.
2nd and 9. That's a final score. The Raiders come back after their heartbreaking loss to Washington to beat Kansas City. Kevin House in motion. Jack Thompson back to throw it. He saw Wilder covered well by Dickerson. And so Thompson threw it into the crowd, and the fans, of course, protesting, want the grounding call.
He did that on purpose. It was an intelligent move. It was just a rollout. He's going to go out there. He's going to try to get to Wilder in the flat. Wilder was being covered. He just went ahead and put it on the turf. Smart move.
Thompson, interesting background at Washington State, at 4 different head coaches in his many years.
And he's had a few different offensive coordinators and now a new program here. That's tough on any quarterback, let alone a guy that's only been in the league 4 years.
Again, a big play. 3rd and 9, Tampa Bay. From its 22-yard line. Thompson trying to keep it going. Pass is almost intercepted by Phillips. Time after time in recent weeks, it has been Ron Fellows who has come up with the big play for the Cowboys. Defensively, this time they hold the Bucs and will force him to punt. Listen to the hand for the Cowboy defense.
The receiver was was trying to run a little delay underneath, and Fellows read it and came up there and jumped it, and darn near picked that thing off.
Garcia back to punt, standing on his 7. The Cowboys have 8 men on the line of scrimmage, 3 back downfield, and they are playing it return all the way. Nice high kick. Rob Hill at the 35. Hill to the 40, 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds. So Dallas comes up with excellent field position at the Tampa Bay 45 to start this series of downs, trailing by 7 with 4:24 left in the game.
Taking charge with Cavalier. The hottest selling Chevrolet today. Cavalier. More horsepower than the 3 leading imports with a 2-liter electronically fuel-injected engine. Cavalier. More sedan room than Honda Accord, Nissan Sentra, or Toyota Tercel. The front drive Cavaliers. Grab one for a cool, low price. Chevrolet. And you. Taking charge.
This is a TRS-80 Model 4 family.
We bought Radio Shack's TRS-80 Model 4 and saved $200. It has a huge library of educational programs.
And lots of games. I do my personal and household budgeting on it. You can't believe the money we're saving.
I'm even teaching myself to program. And the Model 4 is expandable at Radio Shack's low prices. Best of all, it's on sale now.
The TRS-80 Model 4, now only $7.99, only at Radio Shack.
Will 2-year-old sensation Devil's Bag turn Horse of the Year honors upside down? Watch them run the Champagne Stakes and the Jockey Club Gold Cup next Saturday on CBS Sports.
Been a long afternoon, but these young ladies certainly haven't lost their enthusiasm. The Cowboys have the football, 1st and 10, Tampa Bay 45. 4:24 left to play. Dallas down by 7. Johnny White is at 20 out of 31 for 236. Protection is good over the middle. Dupree hung on. 1st down at the 32. Dupree bobbled it and then grabbed home before he hit the turf.
Dupree was on a linebacker, 52, Scott Brantley. You'll see him now. Linemen all working to the right to pass protect. There he gets the ball off just in time. He bobbles it right there. Here comes Brantley to try to knock it out of his hands. Can't get there quick enough.
Again, Billy Joe Dupree filling in for the injured Doug Cosby out with a groin pull. Cowboys have a 1st down at the 32. They get a touchdown here. We may be looking at sudden death. The CBS primetime schedule may go into tomorrow. Screen out. Dorsett. 40, 35, 30. Down to the 27-yard line.
Dave Logan was really the key to defensing that play, the nose guard. He came off the nose, sensing the screen really early and got out there and forced it. Now watch the nose guard right on the center, number 76. See him working to his left. Now he reads the screen and he just sprints down the line of scrimmage. See him sprinting down there. He darn near got him in the backfield right there, but that gave the defense time to regroup and come in and defense the football play. But again, this guy is such a great open field runner.
They pick up a 5. It is 2nd and 5 from the 27. 2:55 left in the game. Dorsett tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for him there. Holt, number 21, coming up from the secondary to make the big hit. And Dallas now looking at a big play at 3rd down 5.
That was an excellent play by John Holt, coming up there and turn that run in and make the play at the same time, because they had successively blocked, again, number 51, Ed Judy. They had him whipped on the line of scrimmage.
You saw by the graphic there that Dorsett has had a rough afternoon of it statistically.
You keep him under 100 yards, you got a chance to beat the Cowboys.
Normally he's proven that. Yeah. 3rd and 5.
They've got to play him tight now, Frank.
Shotgun. Danny White pumps it once, delivers for Doug Donnelly. Incomplete to the end zone. No flag this time.
I'm not sure why he would be going deep and not just going for that 5 yards. That's why I thought they'd have to play him tight. You know, they get that 1st down pass. Here it's balls coming down. I bet Tampa was scared to death they were going to get pass interference called again, but it was a very well defensed ball that time by the defensive back coming in to make the play.
In case you joined us late, the Buccaneers have been flagged 12 times for 171 yards in this game. Cowboys sustaining the field goal here. They want to keep the drive going. 4th and 5 at the 27 of Tampa Bay. 2:04 left in the game. Dallas down by 7. White over the middle. First down at the 19-yard line. Ron Springs on the reception, clutching it to his bosom, and the Cowboys have a 1st and 10.
This is the kind of pass that I thought they would go for initially. Just a little 5-yard pass. Watch to the right side of your screen. Just a little 5-yard turn, and he turns in. He's on one-on-one situation with a linebacker, Hugh Green. And no matter how good you are, it's tough to make that for less than a 5-yard gain.
Springs has caught 7 passes now for 109 yards.
Giving that extra effort.
Sat down with mom, talk to dad. Can't get it together, makes you feel sad. You know you can do it, you wonder where. You want it soon because you really care. The services can help you so you not only get better, you really grow. Talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They'll take you, train you, show you the way. You'll work hard, get decent pay in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Prove you can make it. Prove it to all. Serving your country and walking tall in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You've got it together. They'll see in a glance. Thanks to the services, you got the chance in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
This year trying to dodge yet another bullet. Going for the tying touchdown as we're at the 2-minute warning. See Tom Landry surrounded by his brain trust over there. They've got more coaching years of experience on that staff than you could shake a stick at.
Their offensive staff averages 20.5 years of coaching experience in the National Football League.
Got Dick Nolan, used to be a head coach. Neil Armstrong used to be a head coach.
Jim Schaffner, offensive coordinator at a number of places.
1st and 10. Dallas from the Tampa Bay 19. Drew Pearson in motion as Danny White calls the signals. White looking for 6. Deep in the end zone, was intercepted. Intercepted by Cedric Brown, who gets his 2nd of the afternoon. Touchback. Well, on 1st down from the 19-yard line, strategy going for it all at that point.
Well, I don't question going for it all, but to lay it up like that down the middle, that's a move of an inexperienced quarterback, not an experienced quarterback. I know Danny's disappointed, but it was a great play by the defense. They used motion, as you saw the man go across the screen, to try to break down the coverage, but it didn't. He laid it up going for the post pattern. See it right there? But there's a free safety sitting back there, and a post pattern in the nickel defense with a free safety is a gimme interception.
Buccaneers 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line, a minute 53 away from pulling off the biggest upset in the NFL this year. Owens out across the 20 to the 22. Cowboys have all of their timeouts left, as do the Buccaneers. And they'll start using them right here. Next Sunday on CBS, another great doubleheader day of activity. Starting off, the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Most of you will see that game. Saints sold out last week against Miami, and they are really pumped up. And the 49ers upset today by the Rams. Others of you will watch Chicago and Detroit, St. Louis and Tampa Bay. And the featured match in the 2nd half of our CBS doubleheader right here at Texas Stadium. Your old Philadelphia Eagles against the Cowboys. And that's not all. In addition to that, got an interesting matchup between the Giants and Kansas City, and Atlanta taking on the Los Angeles Rams. First, going back to Philadelphia, Dallas. You could go on forever, couldn't you, talking about that series?
Well, it's been a good series, and we were fortunate to win a couple times down here, but it's never easy. The Dallas organization, they're the tops from the management right on down through the coaching staff, and it's fun to compete against the best.
Final scores from throughout the National Football League, in case you didn't catch all of these. New Orleans an upset winner. Washington with a big victory. Minnesota does it to the Chicago Bears. Here's one of the big upsets of the day. Detroit had lost 4 in a row going into that one. Buffalo with a Joe Dinello field goal in overtime, beating Miami. Cleveland knocking off the Jets. And Denver handing Houston yet another loss. Back to action we go. 2nd down 9. Tampa Bay from its 21-yard line. Jack Thompson on the rollout.
Don't go out of bounds, Jack. I thought he was going to run out of bounds for a minute.
He didn't. There's Cedric Brown, one of the big heroes for the Buccaneers. 2 pass interceptions, including the key one, just a very few moments ago. As the Buccaneers at 0-5, and after being trampled by the Green Bay Packers last week, are about to have a very happy ride home if they can hang on to the ball, pick up a first down or two. More final scores from throughout the NFL. Baltimore, Frank Cush's team, continues one of the big surprises. The Eagles, winners today against the Giants, setting up their match with the Cowboys next week. The Rams beating San Francisco in San Francisco. And the Raiders coming from behind to knock off Kansas City 21-20. And finally, another come-from-behind victory. The Chargers were down most of the day and rallied to beat Seattle. Our score, 24-17, Tampa Bay. A minute 37 to go. The Cowboys are down to 1 timeout. And keep in mind that 60 minutes upcoming in its entirety, right after the conclusion of NFL football on CBS, except on the West Coast, where you'll see it at its regularly scheduled time. Tom Landry talking to Ron Springs. Tom's been trying to tell the Cowboys all week that Tampa Bay can play it tough. And you can talk about it until you're blue in the face.
Well, you can't keep evaluating Tampa Bay based on the 0-5 record. You've got to realize that they've been a playoff team. Very few of those guys have graduated. That football team's back, plus a good draft. It's a good football team that lost momentum and haven't scored enough points.
3rd down, 8. Cowboys have to hold them here. They have only 1 timeout left. And they do stop him short of the first down.
Boy, does he run up in there tough.
He really does. James Owens, former UCLA star.
It was great to be able to visit with him yesterday. It really was fun to be able to talk with him. It's just super to see how a young man goes to college, matures as an athlete and a person, starts raising his family, goes into the business world in the off-season, and does so many positive things. It's a great salute to NCAA football.
Cowboys have taken their final timeout, stopped the clock with 1:31 to go, so they'll get the football back depending on what type of run back they get. Now, keep in mind that Boyd Dowler, who is the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers down in the field, and this has been some afternoon, huh?
Holy mackerel.
Here we are.
This is intense. Like I told you, my hands are sweating, and you feel like you're right in there with them.
Of course, Roger Staubach was inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame, but it's about to rain in the Cowboys' Ring of Honor, so to speak, if they don't pull this one out. Under Danny White, the Cowboys have won 25 of 27 games here at Texas State.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. But I still say there's 1:31 to go. You'd never count the Cowboys out. How many times have you, in your career as a broadcaster, seen them come from behind in this situation?
Too many to count. Well, they need 7 here to tie. Garcia to do the punting.
Look at that. There's a competitor for a punter. He really got the great punt.
Ron Hill back at the 28. Runs out of bounds at the 25 to stop the clock, so Dallas will find itself 75 yards away. 1:19 to go and no timeouts.
I'll tell you, I would, if I were the head coach, I would really salute Frank Garcia, because a lot of punters in that situation find a way to come up with a lousy punt. He came up with the best punt of the day.
Tonight on CBS, a brand new edition of 60 Minutes, immediately following the conclusion of this football game. All new. Followed by Alice, One Day at a Time, the Jeffersons, Goodnight, Beantown, and Trapper John M.D. It's interesting, Roger Staubach is up here in the press box area watching. How many times has he been at the throttle in these impossible situations and pulled them out? There's Garcia.
You have to salute that guy. This is his 5th football team he's punted for.
From the shotgun, White will have to work the sidelines with no timeouts. Ron Springs out of bounds after picking up 11 at the 37-yard line.
See, they need that 7 points to tie it up, so they're going to play it real loose and give them that stuff and let them run up. The field goal is not going to beat them. They're just not going to let them get behind them. Now, I know the fans are saying, oh, that prevent defense. I can just read the minds of what the people in Tampa are saying.
Yeah, people always say if the prevent defense is so great, why don't you start the ball game with it?
Well, you don't have to stop the run. That's why.
1st and 10. Cowboys at their 37-yard line. Those 3 interceptions have really hurt. Again, Springs out of bounds at the 41. Played took only 5 seconds. Springs is having some afternoon catching the football. That is now 9 receptions for him for 126 yards. There's the Cowboys shuttle in operation. Herb Scott, number 68, former Pro Bowler. He'll bring it in. He and Howard Richards alternate with the plays from Tom Landry. Second down, a little less than, well, let's call it 6 for the first down, with the ball at the 41-yard line of the Cowboys. Doug Donnelly wide to the right side. Drew Pearson to the left. And Butch Johnson in the slot. White again working the sideline, trying to get it to Timmy Newsome. Couldn't handle it this time. Tough situation with no timeouts left.
Right now they're using a running back to help Derek block Leroy Selman because he had so much trouble with the holding penalties in it and the sack, so they're using the running back over there to help pick him up as he comes around.
John McKay is in his 24th year, as is Tom Landry. Of course, he hasn't been the head coach of a pro team all that time, but John started coaching at USC back in 1960, the same year that Landry opened with the Cowboys.
He's a fine football coach.
Third down, 6. Cowboys from their 41. No timeouts left. They're down by 7. Another miracle finish. Let's see. Springs will have to get out of bounds. Picks up the first down before doing so at the 49. How about that little step on the end there?
Total awareness of where you are in the field. Ron Springs, experienced. He's been in this situation before. You can look at the field right now. No one's panicked. He knows what he's doing. He knew where he had to go. He's just going to drop back here out of the shotgun. He's going to lay it off out there to the left. Here's Ronnie. Now he's going to tuck it up there, head to the sideline. Look at tuck the ball away, Springs. Criminy sakes.
He knew where that first down marker was.
He knew where it was.
Did a little spring shuffle there and got the first down for the Cowboys before going out of bounds.
You know, excuse me, Frank. You know, it's nice to see Tampa in this situation in a position to win without Doug Williams.
I'm sure it is from Tampa Bay's standpoint.
Newsome at the 20. Newsome. Touchdown.
And got burned badly. And Dallas is one extra point away from tying this game up with 47 seconds to go.
Here it is again now. He's going to play it off out there, that same pattern. He sticks it to him on the out move. Now he gets a great block right there up the sideline. Big man with speed. A linebacker can't catch him from behind. He tries to knock him out of bounds. Tights rope. The guy should have knocked him out of bounds instead of diving for his feet.
Toronto to hold. Septien to try to tie it up. He's got it. Cancel your plane reservations.
Here's the thing.
We're going to be here a while.
The critical thing now, Frank, is that Tampa does not allow that to affect their enthusiasm and intensity going into the overtime, because that could then cost them the football game. They can win it.
John McKay obviously a little distressed. It looked like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had it. But against the Cowboys, never, as you said, never count them out. 52 yards on the touchdown pass.
What did John tell you and me yesterday? He says, I have seen everything in football. Nothing surprises me, and I'm sure he has been as a coach in this same situation in the past.
47 seconds left, and most of this crowd is on its feet, cheering these come from behind Cowboys. A standing ovation for the Cowboys coming back. One more time. They did it in their 5 previous games to win. They have done it. They've come back now for the 4th time in this game. We are tied. been so important in this game could be yet a decisive factor. Keep in mind now, Tampa Bay has their timeouts left. This is against the Buccaneers. Illegal block. McKay, the only head coach that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have ever had. The line normally used about Tom Landry, true in both instances. The walk-off by Bob McAlee and the call. It is on Richard Wood of the Buccaneers for the illegal block. So the ball has been spotted at the 8-yard line. Now it's the Buccaneers, 92 yards away. They just need a field goal. They've got all 3 of their timeouts left. 43 seconds to go. Jack Thompson taking the snap, and it looks like Tampa Bay is going for the overtime.
Yeah, it's a smart thing for them to do. They cannot afford to turn the ball over here or anything like that. Or again, like you said, field goal wins it.
Tom Landry doing his pacing, and John McKay standing silently.
You know, in observing the Tampa bench right now, I'm concerned about the overtime in that they look like they feel like they've just been robbed or had their pocket picked. You know, emotionally, they ought to be excited it's this score right now, and they have a chance to win it.
And you know, being in this game, that it is so much psychological.
Going into that overtime, sometimes it's, you know, who wins the toss.
So the order of business now will be the toss of the coin. That will be followed by a 3-minute intermission. And then we will commence the overtime period here at Texas Stadium. Someday the Buccaneers would just love to get the Cowboys in Tampa Stadium, but it hasn't happened yet. Well, so the Buccaneer captains will move out to the center of the field, which they're doing right now, to meet with the Cowboy captains. And it is so important in an overtime period, the toss.
Oh, it can be. I don't know what the percentages are. They're just slightly in favor of the team that wins the toss, but you really have to respect the job that Tampa has done as a coaching staff and as a football team to come down here and play after they were humiliated last week and, you know, had lost them all.
All right, let's watch this all-important toss.
Please call it while it's in the air. Here, heads, he says.
We'll take the ball.
It's tail.
Cowboys win the toss. And you heard Bob Brunig, the middle linebacker. As soon as the referee called it heads, he said, we'll take the ball. Timeout. Back with the overtime period in just a moment.
Like a lot of people, I'm taking better care of my body. Better care of my skin, too. With Skin Bracer Aftershave. Shaving is rough, so I use Skin Bracer. It cools and smooths skin. Tightens pores. That's the tingle. Smells great, too. But Skin Bracer's not cologne. It's skin care that feels good. That's why more men are saying, thanks. I needed that.
Skin Bracer, now in spice, too. Takes care of men who take care of their skin. Skin Bracer Aftershave.
Radio Shack has the right computer for your business. John uses the TRS-80 Model 4, a productivity tool for word processing and projection. But Gene's office needed the Model 12, an expandable heavy-duty computer. And Bill uses the Model 16B. Up to 6 people can share information in a multi-user system. At Radio Shack, you have a choice, plus full support and training.
TRS-80 Business Systems from $16.99, only at Radio Shack and Radio Shack Computer Centers.
At some hamburger places, somewhere, back there, hamburgers are cooked, put in boxes, then put under a heat lamp, where they spend some time, somewhere, back there. At Wendy's, every hamburger is served immediately, hot off the grill, so it tastes fresh and hot and juicy. Wendy's hamburgers never spend time, back there. You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium. Frank Lieber along with Dick Vermeil. We are in overtime. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers winless this year against the Dallas Cowboys, the only unbeaten team left in the NFL. Keep in mind, those of you who tuned in, expecting 60 minutes. It will be on a brand new edition immediately following football, except on the West Coast, where you will see it at its regularly scheduled time. And, of course, wherever you are, you will see it in its entirety. Cowboys winning the toss. They want the ball, and Bill Capice getting ready to kick it off. Keep in mind, each team gets one additional timeout in overtime period. They play 15 minutes. If no one scores, it goes into the game as a tie. The deep men for the Cowboys, Fellows on the left, Hill on the right. Fellows at the goal line. After the 10, 50. Hit at the 20 and dragged down at the 23.
There's another flag thrown, Frank.
How unusual. Boy, this has been some game for penalties. Absolutely unreal. Dallas 11 times for 100 yards. Tampa Bay 13 times for 179. And that is approaching an NFL record for most penalties by one team. And yet the Buccaneers have hung in there. They've been stung bad on pass interference calls. This one obviously against Dallas.
That's where the yardage is really accumulated, is on the pass interference call.
Illegal block above the waist. Number 62 during the return. First down.
Brian Baldinger. Cowboy offensive lineman guilty of the illegal block, so Dallas starts 91 yards away. First and 10 at their 9. The Cowboys, Danny White puts Dorsett on the wing off to the right side. He's got Pearson to the left. Springs running the ball. That's unusual. You had Springs as the setback, and you got Dorsett on the wing.
Well, they did that. They wanted to get a soft corner to run to where there wasn't an immediate force man, and they're again attacking that Ed Judy, the number 51, the guy that just joined the football team in the middle of the week.
I want to correct something we said. Each team gets 2 timeouts in the overtime period, not 1.
You can see Ed Judy there. I bet he didn't expect to be playing the whole football game against the Cowboys.
Other final scores throughout the NFL. Just look at these as they breeze by. We had some upsets once again today. And we got a possible big one brewing here. Second down 5 for the Cowboys at their 15. Sideline throw completed to Butch Johnson. Johnson to the 40, 50, 40, 39. Downfield to see if there are any flags, but I don't see any. Now the non-emotional Cowboys got a little emotional over that one. 46 yards, White to Butch Johnson, one of the forgotten men this year on the Cowboy team, getting a start with Tony Hill injured.
There's a little short play action that takes place inside, freezes the linebackers, he gets on the ball quickly. Now a missed tackle right there. The corner misjudged Washington. There comes Brantley trying to make the play, but that's a mismatch speed-wise. Fortunately, Washington recovered and made the play.
Brantley limped off the field on that play. First down, Dallas at the Tampa Bay 39-yard line. 46 yards on the pass from White to Butch Johnson. White has thrown 3 interceptions, setting up the screen. Hugh Green there to play it brilliantly.
Great play by Hugh Green that time coming in. Read the screen right now. Didn't fool him.
Loss of the play of 6 yards as Ron Springs dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we've got him dropping back there, dropping back. You see, let the rush come in there. Now he's laying off the screen, but it wouldn't work because Hugh Green was too intelligent for that one. He saw it coming all the way.
This is the 6th overtime game for the Cowboys, who are 3-2 in overtime affairs. Dallas with a second down, 16. Upcoming at the Tampa Bay 45-yard line. Field goal, of course, would win it. Any type of score wins it in overtime. Dorsett. Inside the 45, 40, 35. Out of bounds, 33. They got the 6 back. They lost to the previous play, plus 6 more. And Dallas is looking at a 3rd down 4. And are probably very close to Septien's range. There's Rafael Septien getting loosened up. In case he has a chance to pull this one out. He would love to have the opportunity. Missing a field goal earlier. From this point, Septien would have to kick a 50-yard field goal. So obviously they want to get it a bit closer. They've got a 3rd
Johnson has the ability to make the difficult catch in a tough situation. Boy, did he do it then. Not a difficult catch, but in a tough situation, and a great run.
Well, down through the years, Butch Johnson has been a very big play man for the Cowboys. You recall the great catch he made in the Super Bowl against Denver. Made a big one against the Eagles one year, as I recall, in Philadelphia to pull one out. Now, he got an official timeout right now, and I don't know exactly what it's all about. No indication from Bob McElwee, the referee. Went over and checked the chains. I honestly can't tell you. There's Jack Thompson loosening up on the sidelines. Would love to have one more opportunity to pull this one out. He's 19 out of 30 for 272 yards.
Tampa's a little bit confused right now in substitution. Third down. Pointing at everybody. You better call timeout and get it organized.
Well, let's see. Here's another timeout call. Let's see. Tampa Bay will call it now to get organized. Good point. There was some confusion, and to make sure, they elected to call the timeout. Back in just a moment.
Los Angeles, California, first place.
Winner is Chablis number 3.
Sacramento, California, silver award.
Year after year, wine tastings are held across the country.
Chicago, Illinois, gold medal.
And year after year, one wine continues to appear at the top of the list.
Warwick, Rhode Island, first place.
The white wine judged best in tasting after tasting.
Washington, D.C., first place.
The Chablis Blanc of Ernest and Julio Gallo. From Ernest and Julio Gallo, all the best.
How can a guy 5'9" have an unfair advantage over these guys? I use the Gillette Atra razor. They don't. It's got the advantage of a pivoting head. Atra is better than twin blade razors that don't pivot. See? They don't always stay in my beard, but my Atra pivots to keep both blades on my beard longer. So I get a better shave, close, comfortable.
Get the Gillette Atra and get the Atra advantage.
Sometimes a little advantage goes a long way.
So the Buccaneers have used one of their 2 timeouts in the overtime period. As we go back to play, Dallas with a 3rd and 4, upcoming at the Tampa Bay 33-yard line. Ron Springs, the setback behind Danny White. He's in motion. Over the middle, Dupree couldn't hold it. Defended by Hugh Green. Cowboys are going to give Septien a shot from 50 yards away. What's his long distance record there, Dick? You got it over there.
Septien is a 31% kicker in his career from 50 yards plus. He hasn't made one this year. Of course, he's only attempted one. But overall, he's 4 for 13 in his career from this distance.
This then will be a 50-yard field goal attempt by Septien. If he makes it, the game is over and the Cowboys have won. If he misses it, the ball reverts to Tampa Bay. Toronto will hold. No good. Under the crossbar, we got a penalty. They may have roughed the kicker.
Roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker against Tampa Bay. First down, Dallas.
Let's see it here. Septien's going to go ahead and hit the ball. We already know it was missed. It was short. You cannot touch the kicker. Roughing the kicker, definitely. The only way it would not be roughing the kicker if he was blocked into the man.
Looked like Thomas Morris, number 24.
Running into the kicker. Number 24. Defense. First down.
He wants to find a bench he can hide under. That gives the Cowboys a first down at the 28-yard line of the Buccaneers. Can you believe the penalty outage today? Look at this.
That's almost embarrassing.
Still far from an NFL record for 2 teams. That's well over 300 yards.
Game isn't over yet.
That's right. White giving to Newsom to the 26. Picked up 2 on the play.
You know that Newsom Gardner fumbled that ball? He was bobbling it heading toward the line of scrimmage.
I imagine Landry will keep it on the ground, get as much as he can, and give Septien a shot from closer in. Other final scores today. Buffalo, that game went into overtime. All but 3 minutes of the overtime period. Cleveland beat the Jets. Denver handing Houston yet another loss. Baltimore beating New England. Eagles beating the Giants in New York. And the Rams winners, as were the Raiders in San Diego. We're tied at 24, second down 8. Dallas at the Tampa Bay 26 in the overtime period. Blitz by Tampa Bay. Cowboys pick it up. White gets the pass away and throws it incomplete.
I don't know if they picked that up or the running back running the play action fake just ran into him. Quarterback is going to make a play action fake to the tailback. Just a token fake right there. And you can see that the fullback, Ron Springs, did a beautiful job of picking up number 33, Cotney. And then he just threw it away.
So that'll set up a third down and 8. And again, Septien, who may get another shot in a moment. Now, from this distance, you're looking at a 43-yard field goal if they don't pick up any yardage on this play. Third down 8. Dallas at the Buccaneers, 26. Springs to about the 24. But now you're looking at a 41-yard attempt. Here comes Septien. Another opportunity.
4 for 4 this year at this distance. For his career, he's 41%. Still, Tampa's got better than a 50-50 chance that he's going to miss it. Of course, I don't think Septien's going on the field thinking that.
Again, if he hits it, the game is over and the Cowboys remain unbeaten. And have dodged another bullet coming from behind for the 6th straight week.
They've only got 10 men on the field.
Who? Long enough. Good. Penalty marker down. The penalty is roughing the kicker against Tampa Bay. Declined. The kick is good. Dallas wins 27-24. What a finish.
What a football game. You have to salute Dallas for coming back. You have to give Tampa a tremendous vote of confidence for the job that they did. It was a great football game, but to lead the field as a coach and a player on the losing side really grains you.
Playing your heart out, losing 5 in a row, getting beaten badly last week, and having this one in the palm of your hand, only to have it get away. For Dick Vermeil, this is Frank Lieber. You've been watching CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Now United flies to Tokyo from more top U.S. business centers. United's 3-class international service to Tokyo. It's truly world class.